Yeah, it's also just like, you know, if it's passed down and stuff. Alright, anyways, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another broadcast. Today, we are back again with another College Football 26, and we're here with a banana right next to me. You guys cannot see me, I don't have my camera on, but I have a banana here from Dave & Buster's. We got a big banana. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that. But, here we go. We are facing, this week, number 15, Utah. We just came out of a win against Oklahoma State. And, we are, that was almost an upset for Oklahoma State. They almost pulled out the upset against us. But, we got the win at the end of the day. Which is good. You know, as long as we get the win, that's all that matters. And, yeah, so, we just avoided the upset. And this week, we're looking to continue our hopes of making the playoffs. We're looking to try to, you know, keep our hopes alive, win, and we're in. Alright, that's as pretty simple as that. Win and we're in. If we win our next 2 games, we are in the playoffs. However, if we lose one more game in these next 2, there is likely no playoffs for us, and we're going to probably just be 1 spot short. So, let's do it. Kansas State, I'm so glad, you know, came in as coach for Kansas State. Already in my first year, we have done historical things that Kansas State really has never seen and never will see again after I leave, because I am just that best head coach they've ever gotten. Yeah, so as I said, this week, we are going on the road to face the Utah Utes in Utah. College Football 26 Dynasty Mode. Better get ready. Coach Luke Fortune and the Wildcats are preparing for their top 25 matchup against Utah on the road. And by the way, Utah is looking, they need a win, because they are 8-2 on the season. This is a Big 12 game, by the way. They want to make the playoffs. They do. So they need this win, or else they're not going to make the playoffs. So they're at home. They're going to want this win. It's going to be big. All right. By the numbers, Utah has us in every overall. Defense 84, offense 84, team 84. All right. Our impact player is our quarterback, Avery Johnson, number 2, 88 overall, 92 awareness, 89 throw power. He is one of our best players on the team. Let's see if he can get the job done today. And here's the top 25. I'm going to go look at it right now and see, you know, the top stories and stuff. This week, which rivalries and conference championships approaching for many teams? Will the college football rankings change in the coming weeks? Yeah, so we also do have our conference championship coming up soon. If we are top 2 in the conference. If we are top 2. And I just remembered that. So, if we're top 2 in the conference, we get to go to the conference championship. And this is a very highly debatable question between a lot of people. Will the committee punish you for having 2 losses, one of the losses being a conference championship loss? Will they punish us, or will they let us stay? That's going to be a big decision for the committee. But my guess, they aren't going to. If we lose the conference championship, they're not going to let us in, because we're a Big 12 conference, not a Big 10, not an SEC. We're not in that top 3. So therefore, they put SEC and Big 10 conference losers and winners over us, because they have a tougher schedule and a tougher conference overall. But here we go. Let's take a look at the other top stories that we got. Isaiah Horton for Alabama, offensive player of the game. The Sooners pull off the upset over conference opponent Alabama, 38-37. Wow, Alabama, come on. Will the playoff committee be lenient with... Wait, what does lenient mean? Huh. Alright. With Texas after losing to number 2 Georgia. 44-30. Oh. Alright. And take a look at the top 25. Here it is. The new updated top 25 bracket. Georgia is now number 1 in the nation, 10-0 after beating Texas this week. They're now number 1 in the country. Michigan goes up to number 2 after beating Northwestern. Oregon number 3, 10-0. All those teams are 10-0. Number 4 is Texas Tech after 45-3 game against UCF, 11-0. Wow, I'm surprised they aren't in like the top 3. Miami, they are 9-1. They are number 5. Texas A&M at 9-1. They're number 6. All these teams moving up. Duke, number 7. They were number 10 last time. Wow, what a season for Duke. They are 9-1. They're in the ACC. What a season for them. No one thought they'd have this season. And look at this. They beat number 21 Georgia and really solidified they can be a playoff caliber team. They're number 7. Tennessee, number 8. That's an SEC opponent. That's an SEC conference team. And there's us at number 9. So, yeah, we're number 9 there. We were number 11 last week. We're now number 9. So we got a little bit more breathing room. In these next 2 weeks, I'll say this. If we beat Utah this week, I'd assume we'd go up to maybe 6, 7, or 8. One of those 3. I'd assume we'd go up to one of those 3. 6, 7, or 8. Yeah, so if we can go up to 6, that will give us, I think, breathing room for another loss, and they'll keep us in. If we do like to 7 or 8, we'd have to, if we lose, it'd have to be really close. If we're still at like 9 or 10 here, or 11, if we drop, we win, or else our season's over. We're not gonna make the playoffs. We'd have to go to a bowl game. Anyways, number 10 is Penn State. They were number 13. They are now number 10. They're 8-2. Ohio State. Oh, man. Last week, they were number 1 in the nation. Now they are number 11 after their upset loss against UCLA. Wow. Mind you, this week, we're one of the only teams in the top 10 to actually have a ranked game, so that might make a difference. USC, they're 8-2. They're number 12. Indiana, number 13. They're almost, all these teams are trying to make a last stride into the playoffs. All these teams, man, praying for other teams to lose. The committee's got a big decision. Then we got Texas, wow, who dropped from 7 to 14 after their loss against Georgia. Utah at 15. They went from 18 to 15 after their win against Baylor. That's who we're facing. Rutgers, they were number 21. Now they're 16. Wow. BYU at 17. Tulane comes in at 18. Wow, some new teams in the first American League. Virginia Tech, number 19. And Alabama, wow, drops from 9 to 20 after their embarrassing loss against Oklahoma. They are now number 20. Lots of top 25 changes. I think like every single spot in the top 25 got changed. Anyways, Virginia number 21 after their loss to Duke. Arizona number 22. They're still in the top 25 after their win against Cincinnati. Then we got Georgia Tech, who came in from not ranked to 23. We got Boise State in at 24. They won against Hawaii but dropped 1 spot. And then number 25, Oklahoma, from not ranked to 25 after their win against Alabama. Alright, so that's the top 25. Lots of changes. Here it is, the conference standings for the Big 12, and we are still number 2. Thank God. We are right behind Texas Tech. So, remember, there are teams here. Like, if we lose, not only will we're like our playoff contention is in jeopardy, we're not going to be able to make the Big 12 championship, all right? Because I'm guessing if you want to make the Big 12 championship, first you have to make the playoffs. You only have to have, at bare minimum, 1 loss. And you have to have a conference record of 1 loss. So really, BYU is the one competing with us. If BYU loses, I think we can still afford a loss, not be in the playoffs, but if we win the Big 12, then we get into the playoffs. So, that's how it would work. But look, that's a highly, skeptical thing. So yeah, but lots of stuff happening. 9-1. Texas Tech is 11-0, 8-0 in the conference. We're 7-1 in the conference. 326 points for. Ugh, not really that good. 171 points against. Our defense is the best in the Big 12. Average margin of victory for us is 15, which is one of the best against, other than Texas Tech. 4-1 at home, 4-0 away. We're on a 1-game winning streak. So as I said, BYU's 8-2. Arizona could also possibly make, the Big 12. They're 8-2. Utah, they're 8-2. They want to make the playoffs, 5-2. There are 5 teams in the Big 12 that are ranked. So, they also got a chance to make the playoffs. Arizona's on a 4-game win streak. Utah's on a 3-game win streak. They're 4-1 at home. I want to look at that. They're 4-1 at home. 5th in the Big 12. So, just gotta make sure we're set and ready. Then we got all these other teams. Colorado, they're all like decent, mid or kind of bad. And then, the bad teams. Kansas, West Virginia, Oklahoma. Alrighty. Player of the week. Let's take a look. Offensive player of the week nationally was Carlos Hernandez for Wake Forest. 3 receiving touchdowns, 8 receptions on 122 receiving yards. Wow. Defensive went to Ephesians Bryjok. 5 tackles, 2 interceptions. Nationally. Congratulations to those guys. And for the Big 12, defense was Raymond Gay II. Against Kansas City, he had 4 tackles, 1 interception, 1 PBU, and a touchdown. Wow. Offense, Kanye Udo for Arizona State was the offense. 3 rushing touchdowns, 123 rushing yards. Wow. Alright, congrats to those guys. Looking at Heisman watch. Alright, we got Fernando Mendoza, still number 1 in the Heisman Trophy. 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown in his game against Wisconsin. Obviously, Heisman. Then we got Byron Brown. He's a quarterback. 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. John Mateer. He is for Oklahoma, ranked. 3 passing touchdowns. That's pretty good. Then we got Arch Manning, number 14 for Texas. He did not really have a good game at all. Not really at all. Wow, he had a bad game. And Devin Dampier for Utah. The quarterback. Wow, he had a great game. 2 passing touchdowns, 14 carries. Wow, we need to be careful for him. Let's take a look. Oh no.